This month, we are celebrating the National Arts Month, celebrating the beauty of our arts and culture. And to celebrate, meron pong magaganap na gala here in Davao City. And to tell us more about Archipelago, makakakwentuhan po natin ang creative director of these events, Ms. Grand Ravasio.
Hi, Kenn! Hi to your watchers there.
So happy that you're in Kenn TV
I
na.
know, right?
But before we talk about that, let's give siguro muna our audience a glimpse or a picture of the fashion scene here in Mindanao.
Okay, generally the fashion scene in Davao or in Mindanao is thriving. I think it's progressive. The success that putting our unique stories up front in the fashion, both here and abroad, I think we owe it to the brilliant minds such as, Len Kabili of Filipina, who champions like contemporary pieces with embroidery from, ethno-linguistic tribes around Mindanao. Then there's the former fashion designer, Gang Gomez, who is now Dom Martin Gomez because he entered monastery. So he championed enculturation, wherein you inject your cultural beliefs to liturgical vestment. We have also like local brands such as Steffi de Milo and like Tuping Zamora and a lot more.
It's thriving.
It is thriving.
Yes. Do you think is the relevance of having these kind of activities at these times?
Okay, I think holding such events is an integral part of creative industry. It stretches out the possibility of what one can do and how he would tell his stories. And we all know that stories are very unique, that translates to art form. And we all know arts in general, is actually a core of who we are as Filipinos, and our identity.
On your perspective, how can we truly support our Filipino designers?
I think we can truly support our local designers, our local creatives by patronizing them. As simple as that. The ones who are in provinces are actually now lucky that the gap for national exposure has been blurred. Recently, I think Vogue Philippines came to Davao to hold Vogue Faces. So these talents, local talents, we now have the opportunity to be exposed at the national arena. Today is the best time to be an artist in Mindanao, from Mindanao, because I think we're all brilliant creators.
The new generation, the new breed of local designers are really like very promising, and then they have the creative minds that you'll never thought na mag-level up agad.
Because I think, Ken, can I share that we have very unique stories, and those stories should translate to their creations. And these beautiful creations are the ones that around the world there's a demand for it because they've seen the most of the fashion brands now is very like global centric. Then here we come, we have these unique stories. We have something to offer to the table, something unique, something that hasn't been seen. So that's the most beautiful thing. I think the operative word there is diversity. There is really beauty and strength in diversity.
Now let's talk about Archipelago.
Okay.
I know, Miss G, that this is really a dream come true for you.
It is.
You've been talking about these since last year pa. So now we're
finally happening.
Yes,
okay.
This is it finally. So can you take us or can you share to everyone a little bit lang about the creative process na pinagdaanan before you come up with this one? And then bakit siya Archipelago and what can we expect in this gala?
Okay, the process of getting there for the inspiration for this charity gala is very, I don't want to sound too bragging, but it was easy. Because you just have to look within. And I have this burning desire for everything Filipino. So Archipelago, is safe to say, is a celebration of everything Filipino, a mosaic of Filipino culture and heritage. We want to spark awareness. We want to spark appreciation of what we have, of our unique stories, of who we are as Filipinos. We'll be getting designers such as June Escario, Rene Salud, and we have Kaayo. So it's a melange of different perspective of how they view Filipino identity is that reflects to their creations. I want everyone to come in their best Filipino attire. I'm such a fan of Ternocon in Manila.
Yes.
And events such as that, Mindanaoans are always part of the pie. This time, I want us to own the pie and make them part of it. And I think it's about time.
Takeaway so far is number one, the awareness.
Yes.
And then second, or most importantly, appreciation.
Yes.
That we start to appreciate it, embrace it, and then from that pie that you've mentioned, owning it.
Owning it.
So not just a piece of it, but the entirety of it.
Correct.
So what makes you more proud of these events? And what makes the experience get different this time?
I think I'm most proud of the relationship that is formed, not only with the local artists, but with the artists coming from Manila, coming from Cebu. I think there's strong camaraderie there. I'm most proud of that. I'm also most proud to showcase what we have here. This is the perfect platform to showcase the kind of brilliance that we have. I'd like to also mention that our local jeweler designer, Emil Sethar, will be joining and will be showcasing together with his muses all this fabulous creations. They're like world-class.
Yes. Now, let's invite them, Miss G.
Okay.
How can they be part ba of the gala?
Okay, so the charity gala is happening on Feb 3, 2024 at the Grand Ballroom of Dusit, Thani, Davao. The tickets are available through social media. You can actually reach them through their social media accounts, Dusit, Thani, Davao, D2 Davao. Let's stitch the Filipino DNA in the 21st century.
Wow, I love it. So now, Miss G, to close our kantuhan, what is your message siguro to a person? Like siguro, he has or she has a dream of designing also.
Oh, yeah.
He has that passion in her or him. Tapos nahihiya pa lang siya to show it off.
Oh!
So, we'll never know. This is just the sign na
Totoo.
hinihintay niya to go out, be creative, shout it to the world. So, your message to
I'm
them.
talking to you. Own everything that's in there. Listen to your heart. And never, ever think that you're not enough. Follow what's here. Follow what's here. And continue practicing what you love.